them find an 8.
Oh,
They
wow.
can. Wow. And they hit a queen.
Bingo.
Oh, they hit quads.
That's rude.
Could this be it? Could this be it? It is it. $10,000. Oh, ace king versus ace 8. There's an 8 though. It is a king.
Bingo.
And it's over.
That's a magic trick.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to Magic Monday. I'm David Chuckman. Of course, alongside me, my partner in crime, it is Nick Welthall. We are here for an amazing day. That's right, another final table for you. We've got free rolls for you. We've got giveaways for you. Nick is feeling spicy.
Always.
I can tell. Always spicy. Nick Welthall, everybody. Yes, it is Magic Monday, and these 8 players are seeking glory, lots of money, and, of course, the hardware. And happy belated Halloween to you all.
Why are you wearing that mask? Did one of the viewers take out a restraining order on your face?
Well, I mean, last week Halloween was on Friday, so it was in the middle.
Right.
And I didn't wear a mask last week, so I thought I'd wear one. I mean, it's either or.
But it's
And
over.
Monday-
It's over, buddy. You're like one of those sad people that has their Christmas tree up in February.
Wow.
Just let it go. Oh God, the tears of a clown.
I'll just take my mask
life.
off. I guess it's over. Thanks.
It's over. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah.
Well, there we are. And there'll be another one next year. So chin up.
Some tough love on this Magic Monday from Nick Welthall, folks. That's right. Tough love, everybody. If you're here for cuddles, cozy, if you want a warm pat on your shoulder, maybe a hug, Nick Welthall's not your guy.
Imagine
If
if
you
I
want
have a
the
kid.
honest truth, it is Nick Welthall. There you go.
If I have a kid, it's going to grow up with a very realistic view of the world.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt. The whole, kids having a tough day and, your lovely wife comes in and goes, hey, don't worry, the sun will come out tomorrow. And you're like, maybe it won't.
Shut up about Father Christmas. He's special needs. Like, he's obviously not real.
Right. Look at that guy. Yeah, he's a pedophile. What's wrong with him? Anyway, happy Magic Monday, everybody.
Not like awful. Come on.
No, you're not. Okay, fair enough. Realistic, not awful. I love it. What's up, Jedabonus? What's up, Run Gooder? What's up, Ceylon 1674? Hi to you. Dr. Batouche, Champagne Poker, Merciless 888. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. We've got lots of exciting announcements, including the 888 Poker Global Poker League. I've been reading about it. I have been thinking about it all weekend, and I have been really hyped up about this. You can play free roll qualifiers from Thursday to Saturday for a spot in the Sunday 1K guaranteed event each week. You can win monthly prizes, including live event packages like 888 Live Barcelona, Madrid, stuff like that. Really cool stuff. Tickets, merch, and more. You can get all the details by putting the command league in the chat. That's like ! league in the chat. Get all the details. Lime Ricky is on top of that. It is the 888 Poker Global Poker League, baby. To the moon.
Nice. Worldwide.
It's global.
And also, it's freaking free.
What? Wait, no,
It's
it
free.
costs something, doesn't it?
It costs us something, but it costs the viewers nothing. You can be in
Wow.
a global poker league for no money down and no future payments.
That's insane. Well, congratulations, everybody. Yeah, this is going to be pretty exciting stuff. I am hyped about the 888 Poker Global Poker League.
Can you stop messaging me about it, though? Because
Sorry.
you
Well, I mean,
get
listen,
excited.
it's when your team stinks. Like, I'm a New York Jet fan. I'm not going to root for them. They're in a terrible league. They're in a terrible team. There's hope that I can cheer somebody on in the Global Poker League. That's why I was.
There
Whatever.
you go.
I get it.
There you go. Lime says she's heartbroken about the Blue Jays. Yeah, that was like so rough. But when they lost Game 6, the way they lost Game 6, you knew that they were like, you didn't even have to turn on Game 7, right? What, like, why even watch that? Like, if you followed sports at all, you know how that story ends.
Yeah, I have a lot of friends that are Canadian, including, of course, our amazing Lime Ricky. And look at this. Click. 5 minutes in, it went to big blinds. Amazing stuff.
Boom.
And it was Baseball season is really long. I would argue it's far too long. They play like 180 games. It's ridiculous.
It seems weird.
But the playoffs are quite exciting, even if you're not a baseball guy.
Baseball playoffs are amazing.
Yeah, it's the hype, the excitement. It's
some of the best sport in the world, definitely.
Yeah, for playoff wise, it's super, super exciting. So anyway, congratulations to the Los Angeles Dodgers. Despite the fact that I live in Los Angeles, I was rooting for the Blue Jays.
That's because the Dodgers are awful.
I mean, listen, it was kind of a win-win for me and a lose-lose for me. I have a lot of people here in LA that are very, very happy about the Dodgers winning. Mm-hmm. My mom grew up a Brooklyn Dodgers fan. So she was kind of happy. My dad grew up a New York Giants fan, so he was not happy. But then I have a lot of Canadian friends who would have been happy if the Blue Jays won. So, hey, it's all good. And it's all good for you guys as well. We've got a free roll. Yeah, we've got a free roll that starts for you. I have no idea when. It's impossible to know. But it's coming up at some point at half past.
Yeah, we're still on
an hour.
Half past an hour. We're still on quite a weird. Dave and I are a bit disorientated because this is still quite a strange time to start. So thank you for finding us. Apparently, we're going to be back to the usual time, which is an hour later at some point. Presumably when they change their clocks. I don't know. Have
you changed your clock?
The free roll's in an hour and a half.
Have you changed your clock yet?
Well, they get changed for you now, don't they? Thanks to the power of digital technology.
Yeah, well, unless it's like a microwave, then you've got to change that one yourself usually, right?
Sure.
Okay, but have the clocks in the UK changed?
Yes, they changed last week.
Okay, so then here in the States, for those states that do change the clock, they changed on Saturday night for us.
Okay.
So you and I are back to 8 hours apart, right?
This is good TV, isn't it? But yes, it's now 7 p.m. my time. What time is it your time, David?
It's 11:07 in the morning here. So yes, that's
we are 8 hours apart.
We are now 8 hours apart. Sometimes we're 9, sometimes we're 8. There it is. I was confused by it all. But anyway, I've never had a show this early in the morning. It's very strange.
Sounds very unseemly, isn't it? We should note, by the way, that Compentechia, who's got the word competent in their screen name, is sitting out for the final table, which seems quite incompetent.
Or maybe they've got a long game there. They just know, listen, I'm not very good at 8-handed poker. I'm going to wait till this gets 5-handed, and then I'm going to jump back in. Good news for them is they have 36 big blinds, but it does kind of create a strange dynamic at the table, because if you're one of kind of the medium-ish stacks, do you kind of look at that and think, well, do I not want to play many hands because this player is not in? I just think that at this point, this player has too many chips for me to change my style of play very much.
Yeah, most players are also quite deep, well, deepish, apart from Flexer. So I think he's going to flex things too much 8-handed.
Well, we'll see if Flexer wants to flex anything today. You can see the blinds on the screen. So the free roll, by the way, does start. It's half past an hour. I do apologize. I don't know exactly when. It starts at 8:30
It's in an
PM.
hour and 20 minutes, David. I've just checked.
Okay, you're a genius. 8:30 p.m. GMT. It starts in an hour and 21 minutes. The password for that is Snowy 888D.
What?
What's the D for?
What's the D for? Lime. What's the D for?
It's Snowy 888, which would make sense. I mean, or I guess we're headed toward winter. It's November. 888D.
I'm saying it's snowy day. I'm going to be absolutely honest, Lime. I'm thinking you're off the reservation there. I don't know what that is.
It's like snowy 888. 888.
What? Why isn't it snowy D 888?
It's only November 3rd. Why is it even snowy yet? Where is it snowy right now?
Yeah, where is it snowy? Good point.
I mean, this feels like this should be a January password.
I mean, but nobody's going to guess it, I suppose.
There you go. Nobody's going to guess it. Good point.
So that is the point of a password.
Lime Ricky says, why are you judging me? Have you met us?
This is quite a weird spot for DMG. Except for the fact our Flex's short stack. That's a bit of a shame, actually, because if Flex was deeper, that's quite a weird spot.
Yeah.
Where you've got top pair, but you've got a bet and a check raise in front of you. It's just such a reverse implied odd spot. But Flex was short stack, so it was a quite easy call. And
yeah, Flexa is eliminated. They came in as a short stack. They did lock up $425 in bounties before today. And DMG is going to pick up a little bounty on that one. So Flexa, courtesy of 8th place and their bounties, will take home almost $1,300 when it's all said and done. So well done for Flexa. We are down to 7, and that gets rid of our only short stack. And I second your point. I mean, I think you're spot on. If Flexa has more chips there, that's a very, very difficult spot for DMG. With 6 big blinds and the fact that DMG had so many chips, it makes it pretty trivial, to be honest. Also factor in that there's one $3,000 bounty left, Nick.
yeah, we should have mentioned that. That obviously has an effect. That
Right.
is 4th place money. So that definitely has an effect, especially if we lose a couple more and it hasn't gone.
Right. So, I mean, the fact that DMG had chips, the fact that Flex had no chips, and the fact that there's a $3,000 bounty involved, it was just like, yeah, I'm never in a million years folding King Jack here. So, yeah, we've got a couple of big bounties. We've got a $3,000 bounty left, and we've got a couple of $200 bounties left. So the bounties are somewhat significant today. This is, of course, the $100,000 mystery. It's actually $100,000 sale week mystery bounty main event.
It's not.
It's not. It changed.
I don't know why it says that, because it was sale week last week and we've got 979 runners, which is not our sale. So
It's not the sale week.
It's the classic, David. It's the old faithful.
What? It's like that, listen, there are some stores out there that are always like, listen, we don't really run sales, but we're always on sale. It's just always a good price here. And maybe that's the...
Yeah, no, it's not that.
It's not that either.
Don't worry. We don't always run sales. Take advantage when you see them because they're a rare beast.
What's up, everybody? We are giving away giveaways today, everybody. We have 7 $109 tickets to give away. That I'm going to get right. I've gotten very little right today, but that one I'm going to get right. 7 $109 tickets. They have to go. They have to be in given away. So why not take one?
Good idea. How do I do that, David?
Well, you play one of our silly games.
Right.
I mean, they're really, really silly. You can, leave your brain at the front door. Don't worry about it. It's, we're going to play Loudon Thinks, Nick Thinks, and Dave Thinks. All you got to do is guess what we think. Google will not help you, although I guess in theory it could, but it probably won't. And then we're going to do a keyword giveaway where you just literally have to copy what everybody else types. Lime will let you know. We'll let you know what the word is, and Lime will type it in there. So very simple. Good flop here for No Trust Ever, who has flopped a wheel draw and a nut flush draw and has ace high. I think they can play this hand pretty aggressively, and they probably would want to.
Yep. Anything you could do wrong here is fold.
Yeah. And I think you want to bet this. I think you want to bet this and then be prepared to bet again. Unless maybe like the river's a jack or an 8. But even then, I might be betting again. When my opponent checks it back, I feel like No Trust Ever is going to have a lot of jacks in their range. And they're just going to win it right there.
Seems good.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen Perry Mason before.
Saw it show. It was very average.
Perry Mason.
Do you remember a show? It wasn't very good. I don't know. I don't really understand why it was a show.
I only know it because it was culturally relevant for many years, but I don't think I ever saw it.
I saw it on reruns when I was a kid, so it must have been really old. So
okay, there you go.
I don't know. Was it 70s, 80s, something? But it was like just
like a
ran for years, I think.
Was it a detective show?
Yeah.
Okay. There were a lot of shows back then that ran for years that were just really not good.
Yeah, there were. When there was only four channels or whatever, however many 8 network TV channels there were in the States, was very easy, wasn't it? It was like no competition.
Well, yeah, and then listen, a bunch of writers and producers, they were all like, "We are so good at this. Look at this. The ratings are always great." Yeah, because nobody has any choice here.
I know.
I mean, it's either this crappy show or that crappy show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now people are like wondering, why don't people watch TV anymore? Put something out that's good.
Yeah, it's very true.
Anyway,
you can still have a big hit with something that's good.
Perry Mason was not that. But this Perry Mason, by the way, likes to play high stakes.
So they are that. They're the good version.
Yeah, their average stake, their average buy-in for tournaments, $285. And this is worth noting.
How's that even possible?
Yeah, right. Without winning a 100K bounty like the other player did, they were 14th in the 2023 8-8 poker leaderboard.
Wow.
Yeah. They won the Sunday Big Shot.
You have used your detective skills there to work out that Perry Mason is a serious player.
It certainly seems that way.
Cool stuff.
Yep. Leo Gagek, happy Magic Monday to you as well. Yeah, they won the Sunday Big Shot back in March as well. You mentioned the Competencia, the one who's sitting out. They've been playing a lot of $55 PKOs, several final tables in that one, and a couple of first-place finishes this year, including 2 binks back in September. They're going to have to play, though, if they're going to want to win this one, though.
You'd think.
Yeah.
This is quite an interesting one because they've been disconnected right from the start of the final table, which means it's probably not internet. They probably have literally forgotten or got the time wrong or something because they haven't been connected at all.
Oh, I wonder if the whole time change thing.
Yeah, could easily.
Oh man, that I would feel
suck, right?
Yeah, you just feel for them because you making a final table at an event like this is really cool, and you don't get to do it no matter how good you are. It just doesn't happen all the time. So hopefully this is a longer one, and they get here in 43 minutes.
Well, if they do, we know that's what it was.
Yeah.
Those were the days before digital time and phones and all of that, when like the amount of people that would be late for work or like, you know what I mean? Or like late for stuff. No,
but to me, that was the golden time though, because that was an excuse. It was like a built-in excuse.
Built-in excuse.
Like you had all these different excuses. Like my grandma died, but I mean, how many times can my grandma die?
Twice. Yeah. Right,
that's it. Maybe 3 if you divorce and then there's another grandma, but you can really be creative with it. But the clock's changing was like a built-in every year. I'm sorry, man. Clock's changed. I noticed it last second. Ace Queen here. A couple of real hands. Not a ton of chips getting in there pre-flop, and they certainly could have had more. It's a wet board, but kind of expect this to go check here. And then it just depends on the sizing on the river if user wants to pay off. Unless you want to bet one more time here and then check back the river. That's I think, reasonable. They're going to check it back. River's a king.
Yeah, it's quite a polarized situation, isn't it? In that you're miles ahead or dead.
Yeah. I mean, you beat diamonds. You don't really beat much of anything else. See if they pay off. They're getting a pretty good price. Pot is 13.
Yeah, but this is the 1/3 river pot bet where, as someone famously once said, I think it was Alex Fitzgerald, if you had all the times your opponent bet 1/3 on the pot back, you'd be a much richer person. Like if you called, I mean, because like we always talk ourselves into calling, and it's so rarely a bluff when it's 1/3 pot on the river.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I think Ace Queen. I'd actually rather go larger there. I think that, you definitely have the best hand. Maybe there are, there's a couple of situations where you're chopping it up and they have a weaker ace too. and the king on the river makes it a chop pot. But you're just never losing. When your opponent bets flop and checks back turn, you're never behind, ever. So I kind of like just betting large there and putting your opponent kind of in a tougher spot, make them confused. Like, why would you bet so much?
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. I actually quite like a tiny bet as well.
That works too. Yeah, either way.
Bet can work two ways. You can either get paid a couple of big blinds you wouldn't have got paid if they're weak and they just get curious. But you can also induce raises from missed draws with those bets. You just can't bet fold. That's the only thing. If you're going to do that.
Yeah. You have to go in that with, like, it's not, you're not value betting with a king and you're folding to a raise. This is, you're betting small just to induce. You're trying to play a trick. Yeah, I like that.
Right. Because they check the turn, because it just like, it's so rare that they have something like trips or a set or something weird. So they're pretty capped. Very occasionally you're going to run into a monster, but you can't decide based on that. But like those kind of fake weak blocker bets on the river work quite well against the right opponents if they're aggro opponents.
Yep, for sure. Well, Remlab once again with the best hand here. Last time was ace queen. This one king nine, and they're gonna check it. I guess maybe they're hoping their opponent's got an ace, and they or just gonna value bet thin with, or maybe bluff. Who knows? It's kind of funny. It's actually against this exact hand. It's probably not a bad check. I don't think they're going to get paid, and maybe they can induce. 20 big blinds in there, and then they're headed over to Ramlab, who's up to 37 big blinds, now in second place. How's your weekend, my friend?
It was great, thank you. I did very little, played quite a lot of chess. We went away the previous weekend to Portugal, as I probably mentioned. And so this weekend, David, it was more chilled.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Just chilled with chess. Does your wife play chess too?
No.
No. Does she know how to play chess?
I think she does.
Okay.
She's very, very good at pretending to take an interest when I play chess. Oh,
there
here we go. Ace jack versus nines.
Yep. Oh, a lot of outs here. Any ace, any jack, any heart, too many outs. Perry Mason not only does not eliminate Brolexi, they are now the short stack. And by the way, that was a really great opportunity to win a big bounty. Again, there's a $3,000 bounty left. Brolexi now up to 28.5 big blinds. Perry Mason, our short stack, on just 5.5 big blinds. That's very nice of her. She listen, that's like a very, very, it's a good skill to be able to feign interest in your partner's loves.
It's critical, I think, for an enduring relationship. So like I play in a league and I play a league match every week, and she like really asked me about my opponent and asked me how it went. And I know she couldn't care less. She's just being nice. She's like fake sadness if I lose, gets happy if I win. Bless her.
Well, there's also a skill. We got a couple of players. These players, by the way, are happy to talk deal, but the other 5 have not given us the blue handshake. I do think there is something kind of funny about understanding that there are times when somebody asks you about your day, they don't really give a crap. They don't really care.
Yeah.
And some people just they haven't gotten that memo, because they'll actually legitimately start telling you about their day. And I'm like, no, shoot. Okay. Wow. Ooh. That's amazing. Glitch76 says, what's your chess grading, Nick? Nick's good.
It's 1960 on lead chess. So it's just a pip under 2000, I think. It's competent.
That's not competent. That's like top 1% of the world.
Is it? No, not quite that, but maybe 2% or something. I don't know. It's like good club player standard, I think. Basically.
No. Okay. What did you say? 1960.
It's good club player standard. So it's Lee Chess. Chess.com, it would be about 1800.
Okay, here we go. Approximately 6% of chess players are rated above 1950 in the U.S. Chess Federation.
Yeah, so that's rated players.
Oh,
So that's the US Chess Federation, means you've got a live rating in the. So yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, I'm not being immodest. It's obviously better than a decent amount.
right. Like if somebody were to say to you, like when you're like, they're like, hey, you want to play a game of chess? They're like, oh, do you know how to play? Be like, yeah, I know how the pieces move.
I know what a knights do.
Right. That's the Ellie guy, right? Yeah.
But we had a good game in Barcelona. Like you held your own.
Yeah.
You did.
You're being very nice, which is very rare for you.
No, it wasn't. No, I'm being like cool as I see it. It wasn't like a steamroller or anything. You held your own, and I ground it out in the end. But
yeah.
I've played a lot more chess than you, so
I know how to play. The funny thing is that I could play you, 100. It's just such a weird game like that.
Chess yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous.
Like if you and I played golf, even if you are, if you are an 8 handicap and I'm a 15 handicap, and we played enough matches, I'd probably beat you once in a while.
Yeah, definitely.
Know what I mean? But in chess, if we played 100 times, I'd never beat you. Got an all in the call here. It's ace 5 versus ace 5. Not all that exciting. We're going to chop this one up. I would never beat you. I've just never.
Well, I don't know about never, but it's very like once you get a few hundred points between two players, yeah, it's basically just a complete destruction over.
Right, unless you were like watching Liverpool.
Yeah, or I'm super tired or something like that.
And you just blundered, you blundered a queen or a rook or something like that. It would just be. And then the funny thing is, though, if you looked at me, like I'm probably better than like 75, 80% of people.
No, I wouldn't like me.
Crazy.
I'm not. You know me. I'll call it as I say it. You're definitely better than 80% of people at chess. Definitely.
But there's a big gap between 80 and 95.
Yeah, for sure.
Huge gap.
But that's what makes poker so great. That's what makes poker the best game in the world, as we've discussed before. Because, like, you can legit be a beginner who knows a couple of concepts, and you can beat a professional player on a given night. That's why it's so cool.
And I think beginners, that kind of like blows their mind because I get invited to like charity poker things all the time or poker night. And sometimes I'll go play and they're like, oh, you're pretty good at this. And I'm like, well, I've made a living playing poker for many, many years. Yeah, I'm pretty good. And they'll be like, okay, well, I guess should we just give you the money? And if I lose that night, they're flabbergasted. And I'm like, yeah, well, that's poker.
Yeah, that's poker. If I get dealt kings and you get dealt aces, I don't care if I'm for livey and you're like, you've just learned the rules. Like you're still going to win 80% of the time. So,
well, yeah, and it's just like, yeah, I mean, I raise with ace queen and you call with 10-8 and I just don't hit flops over and over again. I'm going to lose. You're going to lose. It's just what it is.
That's why poker will never die, in my opinion, because it's such a perfect balance of luck and skill that people will always want to try their hand in a tournament or whatever. And the only thing that does it does get harder to get people into is no limit cash, because over time, if you're not good, you will lose money.
Yeah.
And like tournaments, you can have a great result. Anyone can have a great result, and it keeps you going. So I think it's two different things, really.
It's funny. So many of you know that I do commentary for a live cash game as well. And, it's really funny because we always get asked like, oh, where is so-and-so? And what happened to this so-and-so? And I want to kind of point out in a very nice way, like, poker players either go broke, have endless streams of money, or get better. Because if you're not good in the cash game and you play enough, you're just going to lose. Yeah. And, unless you just don't care and have endless streams of money, even those people, they see, they're not dumb. They look and they're like, well, gosh, I just keep losing. This is not fun. Maybe I shouldn't play.
That's why tournaments have taken over the world of poker, obviously, for a few years now, because they're such an equalizer. Anybody can win a tournament. You've got a fixed exposure as well, which is obviously really attractive. You know what you can lose because you're buying in. So, it has been great for our for our game that they've been invented. Oh, Gilt said their chess rating is 1550. That's really good. That's solid. Very solid.
Wow, that is good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of funny when you think about it. If I were to say, and I'll use me or you as an example for a cash game, if I played in just one cash game with 8 really bad players, the odds that I would win that day might be, I don't know, maybe 60%.
Yeah.
You know? But if I played in that same game 2 days a week, every single week of the year, the odds that I'm a winner over a year are probably 98%.
Yeah, I would guess that they are. If you really had a 60,
right,
if you really had a 10% edge.
Right,
yeah.
in one day, you know what I mean? Just a one-day thing, maybe whatever it might be.
Creative 3-betting Claxton goes off our final table. First one of these we've seen. DMG getting lively.
Yeah, and I like the sizing as well from DMG because DMG is attacking one of the medium stacks. You see that, obviously Perry Mason only has 4 big blinds. No Trust Ever has 25 big blinds. Competencia has 24 big blinds, but is sitting out. Usually with 26 big blinds. If you're Bro Lexi, you just don't really want to get involved with a hand as dusty as Ace-7 or anything really, unless it's a premium against the chip leader. So it's a very awkward spot, and I like the fact that DMG is using that hand to 3-bet with. And you can see here, they're going to be aggressive, especially in that spot, because the player in the big blind is not even playing.
Yeah, Competencia. Were they caught out by the clock change? Will they pop up in half an hour? Fascinating to see.
Let's see. Well, and will they still be here? It'll be close. The free roll, by the way, password is Snowy888D. Snowy888D. And the free roll registration is open. Tournament starts in about an hour.
How do you feel, David Topman, about giving away some tickets to our loyal viewers and our less loyal viewers? Anyone can win, really.
I feel good. I wanted to. Normally, I just say but I wanted to think about it today. I thought about it, and I feel good. I think less loyal, more loyal, all of them. If you're here, you can win.
Nice.
Yeah.
So we've got $109 tickets to give away. I would say as usual, but $109 tickets is not usual. Very hard to get rewards that big just for a silly contest, but that's what you're staring in the face. You can have one guess only in this contest. One guess only. You can play on YouTube chat or in Twitch chat if you like. We are going to ask each other. One of us is going to ask the other one a question. You are going to have to guess what the other person thinks. Am I asking you or are you asking me? I do have one.
Oh, go ahead then.
But if I don't mind.
I have one too. You both. So just go ahead. You've got one.
Okay. So I'm going to ask David a question. We're playing What Does David Think? You have to guess what David Tuckman thinks the answer is. Doesn't matter what you think, what Google thinks, what ChatGPT says. It's what David Tuckman thinks. So I don't know what that was. So only one guess per player. 2 prizes, $109 each. Must be unique values. If one person gets it dead on, the next person that gets it dead on doesn't win because they don't own that value. It's the next closest. Capiche? Good. Excellent. Lime runs the contest in chat. Here we go. David, in honor of the Global Poker League, the 888 Poker Global League, get the words in the right order, which you watching this can play. It's completely free. Completely free. Lime will put how to in chat. I can't be bothered to explain it all. 888 Poker is very clear that it only allows people to play where 888 Poker is welcomed around the world, David. How many countries could you be in and play on 888 Poker? How many countries in the world could you be in and play on 888 Poker? I looked before we came on air, actually. How many countries could you be in the world and play on 888 Poker? One guess per player. Good luck.
Right. I will preface this as legally, folks.
Yeah, obviously legally, yeah.
Yeah.
You can literally go to 888 Poker's website and there's a list there. David's not going to do that because he has to guess.
I will not go there. I will guess.
Perry Mason has no chips left and Broxley has a straight draw and they might raise, not realizing, they do. Now, what does No Trust Ever do? Presumably re-raise because they can get this head up, and Broxley's chips could be dead.
Yeah, they do. No trust. And honestly, if you're Broxley, you might need to go for this. This is a double chance at it. Now it's all your chips. They're going to let it go. I was going to say though, you got a double chance at the thing, and they would have hit it. By the way.
Oh wow,
they would have hit
hard
it.
to watch for them. Hard to watch for Broxley.
Yeah, they would have hit that. Oh my gosh, how many countries?
I'll do this. You can work out your answer. $200 is the bounty, a big bounty. There is an even bigger one out there, a $3,000 bounty somewhere on our final table. Perry Mason leaves in 7th, a high-stakes player, regular winner, very good player on the site. We know they'll be back. But for today, they take home $1,000 plus a few hundred in bounties that they won.
I've got my answer in.
Cool. Good luck. I hope it's what you think.
It's exactly what I think.
Okay, that's good.
I will be honest on this one. I'm not confident in it, though.
Okay. If someone was to compare it to the actual list, you mean?
Right. Since there actually is a list out there.
For new viewers, because we have had problems in the past, just to be clear, you're trying to guess what David thinks the answer is. There's no point going to 888's site and finding out the real answer, because it's what David thinks. I think we've cleaned that up.
Yes.
I foresee no problems. There never are. Never have been.
I'm now curious, by the way.
It's quite interesting. I'm giving nothing away, but it's quite interesting. Jacks are good for user.
The only thing I will
go on.
I will put out there, if it's, depending on what the answer is, I would like to say, like, we should probably be going to all of these countries for 8-day live events then, right?
Yeah, we should. We don't. When you see the list, we definitely haven't been to enough.
Okay, fair enough.
We? But,
I haven't seen the list, but like I said, I've already.
I think we've been to about 5, and there's more than 5. So
there's more than 5. Okay, so the answer is somewhere between 5 and somewhere around 200, which is how many countries there are in the world.
All the countries. I'm prepared to give that away. Yes.
And I know one's not like the United States.
If you've guessed 3, you're probably not going to win this.
If you guess 3, and if you guess 212, you probably won't win.
You're relying on David being quite stupid.
Yeah, Nutrimondo said 250. Like, listen, I appreciate you. They're here. I think it's awesome. You're probably not going to win this ticket.
Seems tough. Kings again for no trust ever.
Yep. They're pretty lucky that hand, because there's an all-in player, I think that hand plays out much differently.
I agree.
And Brolexi might have won it.
Yeah, I agree. Sort of a little bit of hidden luck, because they didn't see the cards Broxley folded, but Brolexi.
By the way, Perry Mason, who was eliminated in 7th place, they won $225 in bounties plus 1,000, so they take home a little bit over 1,200.
I told everyone while you were busy. Yeah,
okay.
I
appreciate that. Thank you.
I got you. I love it when people do this, Morris. 19 taken, you guess 123. 19's gone. I'm going completely the other way with this one.
I'm going to guess it.
It's a bad omen. I'm going the other way.
Yeah. Contest is closed. So I took a little look right after I said, because I was really curious. And my guess is quite awful.
Yeah, but I would have guessed somewhere, but I'm being honest, I would have guessed somewhere around what you guessed.
Okay.
I would have.
Yeah.
But like, it's a list.
There's a list. It's actually quite impressive. And by the way, there's a lot of places I'd like to go to now. I'm like, why aren't we going to all these places?
I know. Come on.
888 Live Vietnam, 888 Live South Korea. We can go to Jeju, Japan. How about 888 Live Zimbabwe?
Oh, that'd be awesome, wouldn't it? Go safari.
We could do 888 Live South America. All of South America is essentially okay.
I know. I don't understand why we're not in South America more. I mean, me and you.
Yeah, exactly.
We really need to talk to some people.
Nick and Dave travel. We create content, right? It would be, look, there's Nick eating some street food in Brazil. Oh, there's David having another cocktail in Uruguay.
Perfect.
Yeah. People would love this stuff.
Here they are at one of the massive local football games. It'll be brilliant.
Right. 8-8 ride in Chile. Can make this happen.
We really need to broaden our horizons. I think that's what this exercise has confirmed.
Burba AA says, where is this list? We can actually get it for you on there. It's just on the 8-8 Poker. Maybe somebody can put a link in there and get it in there. Fiji.
Fiji in.
Hello.
8-8 Live Fiji needs to happen. That's important.
New Zealand is okay.
It's so far. Fiji's quite far. New Zealand.
Yeah, but we could do New Zealand and Fiji in the same group.
Wayne Union watches from Wellington in New Zealand. We have viewers from many of these countries.
Chichello, happy Monday to you as well. Greetings to you. It is Magic Monday, everybody. Nick Wealthall, David Tuckman here. Calling the action, courtesy of 8-8 Poker. It's a mystery bounty $100,000 main event. We're down to 6.
Bougie shouting up Dominican Republic, fastest growing tourist destination in Latin America. Wait a minute. I think Competencia is here.
They are. They just got back.
Back.
I have a feeling. I'm wondering if they. I believe they're Brazilian, based on the flag. If they do come in the chat, it'd be really, really interesting to see if they if they had clock trouble. Yeah.
All right, David, let's award some winners. We've got $109 tickets to give away. This is serious. How many countries do you think did you think before you looked, you could play poker in on 888? And how did you come up with your answer?
Well, we always try to do right here. So I kind of looked at, developed countries around the world. And I was like, well, I know Australia is not on the list anymore. And I know United States is not on the list anymore. And I figured most of Europe is on the list. I know that. And I figured there would be a few African and Asian countries that were on the list. But I thought maybe some of the countries that were more religious might be opposed to the poker and gambling aspects and might say no to it. So when I added it all up, I came up with the number 41 countries.
41 is exactly the right answer. Well done. That is what you think the answer to the question is. How many countries does David Tuckman think you can play on 888 in?
I was nervous. I'm not going to lie.
Well, you don't need to be. You've performed once again. And right inside your head, both one away either side, Paul's Thus, Paul, I can never say your name, you know that, we've established that. Paul's Thus has won, well done. And second, also friend of the show and chatter, S Champagne Poker has won. Well done to you both. You were both one away, and you win a $109 ticket. If your name is not Paul's Thus or S Champagne Poker, don't cry, because we've got 3 more $109 tickets to give away, and then 2 on the Poker Wheel of Justice after the show. So lots more winners.
Yeah, listen, and math's not my specialty, but I just did the math, and it is 5 more total. That's 5 more $109 tickets. Lots of chances for you to win. What would your guess been around 41 as well?
Well, I don't know if it had been around 41, but it would have been in the sort of 40 to 50 realm, I think.
Right, yeah.
And I think the reality is more like, I don't know, I had a quick look. It looks like over 100 or something. It's like all of Africa, all of South America, a lot of Asia, a lot of the Pacific countries, obviously most of Europe. He's counting. Look at him.
I mean, there's like 40 in Africa alone.
That's a lot. We were miles off.
Honestly,
enjoy. Good luck.
It looks like from the list, it looks like 888 Poker is actually available in more than 50% of the countries of the world, which is
cool.
Just cool. That is cool. Somebody mentioned Dominican Republic. Yes, sign me up. I've been to the Dominican Republic. It's fantastic. Cayman Islands.
Dave's like, Why have I been to Barcelona 9 times when I could have gone to Fiji, the Cayman Islands, Dominican Republic?
Mauritius.
Very good. Let's go there. I know a good hotel.
Oh my gosh. There's so many amazing places. That's it. I want to go to who do we talk to? Lime, can you make this happen for us?
Yeah, come on, Lime. Compensia is all in. Compensia is all in with a pretty nutted hand in the blinds.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we should do 5 8 live events a year, but it should be 5 new ones each year.
We could do 5 in 5. It's 5 new venues in 5 different continents.
Ooh.
Yeah. What do you think?
I like it. Let's do it. Let's make it happen.
Okay.
Talk to your people.
You've got a lot
of pull over at 8 at 8.
Sure. I mean, to be absolutely clear, I don't even care if it's a sit and go. I just want to go to these places.
Right.
8 at 8 Live is now a sit and go, 6 max on the beach.
Can you imagine like the CEO is looking at it going, I just want to question. So we flew Tuck and Nick out here. They're commentating on what exactly?
6 max.
It's 6 max sit and go. It'll be over in 81 minutes.
It's going to be a tight entertainment product for the wider market. We probably need about 6 days.
Yeah. 6 days is ideal.
Yeah.
I love it. Leo Geiger says, like the old tournaments where the table is outside of the beach. There have been a few like that. I actually kind of listen, I'm always a fan of like kind of changing up the settings. And it's one of the reasons why I love the 8 at 8 Ride podcast, because, you take your traditional podcast and you just put it in a different setting. And it does kind of make things a little bit more dynamic. Very exciting news, by the way. This week on Friday,
Ooh.
I will have 3 8 at 8 Ride guests this week.
Jesus.
3.
It's like a car full.
No, they're going to be separate.
1 in the front, 2 in the back.
Yep, we're going to be driving them around. Yeah. You went there. You did. Yeah, we have 3 separate guests that I'm going to be driving around and having a conversation with over during this week and the weekends.
Hey, Aaron Baroni's in chat. Hi, Aaron. How are you? Are you well? His dream is to be on the 8 at 8 Ride podcast. Why have you not had him on the 8 at 8 Ride podcast? He's not big enough?
Well, I talked to...
He's not famous enough? He's not good enough for you, Tuck? Is that what you're saying?
No, I actually tried. I pitched it. I pitched it to, my bosses over at 8 at 8, the big wigs, the suits. And they actually said that if he had made day 6 of the main event, he would have been a good guest.
Right.
So, sorry. I tried. I tried, Aaron. Yeah, they said, they were like at 5. They were like, maybe. And I was like, come on. And they go, listen, if he makes day 6, get him.
That seems extremely harsh.
Listen, they haven't taken us to Fiji yet.
Also true.
Yeah, this is lots of harshness going on here.
8 at 8 Ride in a beach buggy would be sick.
Oh my God, like a little ATV?
Yeah. That's an 8 at 8 Ride I'm really keen to see.
Oh, what we should do? We should do 8 at 8 in Morocco, and we could do the beach buggy on the desert, like Marrakesh into the desert, right?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Up and down the dunes, exactly.
Yeah, and we could jump back onto a camel, and then, this has got to happen.
And I'm not really needed for that, but I will hold a clipboard or some shit. I'm really happy to pitch in.
Right. I even thought of an 8 at 8 Ride, like City Slickers version, where we get on a horse back and we do like a we ride on a horse, but we're next to each other filming.
That'd be really good. Some of these poker players are such nerds that I feel like the chances of comedy are very high.
Well, that sells, right? 2 pair here for DMG. King of Spades for Remelab. It's a bad river card for DMG, and we'll see if Remelab wants to fire again. If they go like 11 big blinds here, 9 big blinds, it might be tough. 2.4 is not going to get it done, though, I don't think. Although there's nothing DMG can beat. I mean, they can't beat spades. They can't beat a 10. They can't beat an ace. And you just mentioned these kind of smaller bets are usually value, but this one was a bluff.
There you go. It just goes to show it's almost like you can vary your bet size. Aaron says, those nerds, not cool guys like us. Well, yeah, exactly. Exactly. These people with their solvers and whatnot, they're not going to be able to look cool on a horse, are they? Let's be honest.
Bougie202 says, I've min-cashed the winner spinner free roll dozens of times, but I've never got a ride. Bougie, we've been trying to contact you. You haven't returned our calls.
Yeah, Bougie, tell your agent to chill out. They don't even want to put us in touch with you, so that's where the fault lies there.
What's up, Cindy Bear? Aaron, I hope you're well. I hope you had a great weekend. Hi, by the way, everybody who is watching, if you're not an Aaron Baroni fan, if you don't follow his stream, you're missing out. Not only entertaining.
What are you even doing if that's the case?
He's entertaining, and he knows far more about poker than we do. You'll actually learn and be entertained watching Aaron Baroni.
Edutainment.
Nice.
The holy grail of content.
Brulexi. I can see nobody at the table was like, yo, bro, come on. What up? Eastie's in the chat too with hashtag Global League.
This is like when the Rat Pack did shows and there were celebrity walk-ons.
Yeah. It's amazing.
One after the other. The surprises never stop.
Look at this. We got Eastie with the raid. We got Aaron Baroni here. Oh my God. My two favorite, by the way, 888 personalities.
Aaron says, very solid weekend. Little girl's first birthday, somehow not a disaster. Well, it's the only birthday where she'll be happy with what you bought her. So enjoy that.
Paired board here, Ace King versus King 5. DMG still our chip leader, although no trust ever, courtesy of Pocket Kings a couple of times, kind of breathing down their necks. Happy birthday, by the way, to your beautiful little girl. Check raise here from No Trust Ever. Okay.
Yeah, No Trust Ever's been a bit lively recently. They put in a 3-bet pre-flop with slightly substandard hands. So that was cool. And now they're getting busy.
Yeah. This is kind of an interesting spot. I don't hate the check raise. Aaron, what do you think about this one? I mean, on a 6-4-4 board with one heart, you got backdoor straight and flush equity. What do you think of this choice of check raising this particular flop?
You're making Aaron do work.
It's not work for Aaron.
He just came here to pitch himself on 888 Ride.
Yeah, it says check raise is fun.
See, that's correct analysis. The best line in poker is obviously double check raise.
Aaron would have shut it down on the turn though and lost. And that's why you won't be on 888 Ride. Exactly, Aaron. There you go.
You got to make plays from the top rope to get on 888 Ride.
Yeah.
Showstoppers.
Aaron, keep in mind, by the way, don't fret. It took Nick and I like years to get on Kara Scott's podcast. I mean, Kara went through her entire Rolodex. And then everybody else's before we finally get on.
Obviously, we said this to her face, but it was absolutely brutal. Like literally almost every person in poker had been on that podcast before me or you.
I mean, there were some of our podcasts, and I'm like, who's that?
Yeah, exactly. It's like Bjork Christian Onflenson or somebody from like the Benelux countries who like won a turbo once.
I wish we could cut to Bjork, who's sitting there like, what did I do?
Literally. Like, fair enough, the first couple were like, you know, I don't know, Helmuth or someone, but then it was unbelievable. I'm still not over it. Yeah. We got a big hand, David.
We do. I mean, if you're Brolexi though, you like your hand, but at the same time you're kind of like, okay, well, if I get action, how much do I like it? We'll see. I'm gonna put a small little bet out there. If you're Competencia, even on a paired board, it's pretty easy raise spot. Especially considering you block the full houses, you've got a 5 in your hand. They're going to go large. They're going to go all of it, and Brolexi very quickly folds. And we continue on 6 ways as we head to break.
The more I learn about the game, the more I realize how I underestimated how important position really is. Position in poker determines whether you're first or second to act. So at the table, the first few positions are an early position, under the gun, +1 or 2, depending on how big the table is. And then it becomes middle position, so hijack, cutoff, button. And then you have the blinds, small blind and big blind. When I first started playing poker, I was more interested in whether my hand was good or bad. And the flop was good or bad for my hand. Did I make the nuts? Did I not? Should I bluff? Whatever. I didn't really think that much about position. I knew it was something, people told me it was important, but I never really figured out why it was important. And these days, I realize that it is largely determining how big of a pot I can win and potentially lose. Playing out of position, it's harder to get value and it's harder to bluff effectively. And those are 2 pretty important tenets of the game of poker. When you think about playing a big pot in poker, you think about, I'm gonna have to bet before the flop, on the turn, on the river, right? You have a really good hand, you wanna make all those bets. When you're in position, you're last to act and will always get the chance to reopen the betting action. But when you're out of position, often you're gonna be checking your opponent, and that means that sometimes you get to the river and you'll be wanting to put another bet, but you're gonna check and hope to trap or let them bet, and they'll just check back and you won't get your value. And so if you think about it, when you get to the river of a decent sized pot, the pot's gonna be a lot bigger if you have the chance to bet in position versus when you're checking out of position. So at times you're gonna have to play out of position, and there are some things you can do to change your game to make it more profitable for you. One of them is to start with a tighter range. Because it's harder to bluff effectively and get value, you just wanna start with a tighter range, give you a better chance to win the pot and then win bigger pots. Other things you can do post-flop would be either to check raise an opponent more often who bets too much, or if they bluff too much, you wanna check call them and trap them with your strong hands. One of the most important ways I think 3-betting changes when you're out of position is the sizing of the 3-bet. A lot of players size their 3-bets the same whether they're in position or out, and you wanna give your opponent a better price when you're in position and a worse when you're out of position because, as I said earlier, harder to get value, harder to bluff, and so you want to charge them more right now when you're out of position. If we're talking about overall, what's the biggest mistake people make out of position? It's playing too many hands. If you're playing too many hands, you'll say, oh, I'm getting a good price, and maybe you are right now, but the hand doesn't end right now when you call out of the big blind, or even worse, out of the small blind. You still have to deal with a flop, a turn, and a river. Those bets can be a lot, and should be a lot larger than what you just called. And yes, you're getting a good price right now, but what happens in the river when you're playing a 100 big blind pot with a mediocre hand? There are obviously a lot of tools you could use to get better at playing either in position or out of position, but I think one of the most important is just experience. And out of position for a lot of players is like other spots for them where they feel uncomfortable. And a lot of players, when they feel uncomfortable, they don't want to think about the spot, they don't want to study the spot, they just want to move on and go to the spots where they're more comfortable. But it's actually those situations where you don't exactly know what to do or where you can experience the most growth in your game and are some of the most important to pay attention to. So don't be afraid to get in the mix, play out of position, maybe make some mistakes and learn from them.
There was a point though, like 2010, you made a deep run in the main event. Like mid 2000s, you win an Aria super high roller. There was a point where it looked like you might be the next great tournament guy.
Well, I think that might just be a little overstated.
okay, maybe a little, maybe like there was a short-term variance, but I'm saying there was a point there where it looked like you were at least taking it seriously, and maybe this was the path you were going to take.
I was never all in on tournaments, but obviously I was very fortunate, but I had a lot of early success, not even early, 10 years in, whatever. I had a lot of success, but I think it was just a byproduct of the time.
Okay.
Like, I also had a lot of very close misses. I think I have like 11 or 13 WSOP final tables, and I've never finished better than third. You know, so it's like...
a lot of variance there.
Everything, you know, it's just... Back then we were very ignorant to it, so... You put a run together over the course of a couple of years, and it's like, of course, you're the next hot name, and you're going to be the guy who does it. But I just always kind of went back to what I knew I was winning for sure at, which was cash. You know, tournaments were kind of supplementing that. It's like, oh, I ripped off another 500K score. I guess that means I get to take a bigger piece of myself now playing in this private game that Ivy's route.
Right.
Which seemed like it had way, way higher potential and a much larger ceiling available than chasing down these high rollers, which I feel so fortunate I didn't fall down that path, because those guys get all the glory and they deserve every fucking bit of it, because what they do is a hellacious task. I wouldn't wish it upon anybody. They are so studied and they work so fucking hard, and they do it all for like 10 to 12% ROI on 5 or 6 million a year.
People have said this, by the way, and I feel like you've probably said this on one of your 719 podcasts.
Sure.
Where if you can be successful in that realm, then you can probably be far more successful in so many other realms.
You could run a country, you could do whatever you want. Like,
be a CEO of a company.
Yeah, absolutely. They're leaving so much money on the table for the love of the game and the chase and thrill of the competition. And I don't blame them one bit. And I can't sing their praises enough, because I truly admire how hard they work and everything they do. But I also know that like their hourly is like 10% or 20% of mine, and they're maybe 10 or 20 times better than me at the game.
And the more I learn about the game, the more I realize how I underestimated.
Welcome back, everybody. Magic Monday. After the break, we're down to 6 players. I'm David Chuckman, of course. My partner in crime, Nick Wealthall, alongside me in the metaphorical sense. Had just enough time there to grab some water and, of course, steal from Candy from my son's Halloween bag. The best thing about Halloween.
Outstanding.
As my kid continually looks at us, I don't remember having this. Oh, well, I guess. Just, buddy, you eat more than you think. I'm sorry. As my wife and I are like, yep, not doing anything here. If you have a kid, you know what I mean. Yeah, it's terrible. Honestly, if my kid ate all that candy, he'd lose all his teeth. Terrible. I'm doing it.
Poured with rain here on Halloween. I was quite sad because, it sucks for the kids.
Yeah, nobody goes anywhere. That would be. I will say it's kind of funny. We've randomly I don't remember having rain. Now, I do live in California. It doesn't rain very often, but I don't remember there being a day Halloween where there's been rain.
California is, very good for things like that.
Yeah. A little bit more, you can kind of. What's up, Boxwax? Yeah, Boxwax says it's parent tax. Absolutely. Usually my kid now is getting old enough where he's like, okay, I know you eat it. Can you just not eat this and this? Because these are my favorites and I'm saving them.
Oh, bless. I know you eat it.
Yeah, they know. They're not dumb. 6 players remaining. The 6 players, by the way, all guaranteed $1,435 plus whatever bounties they've locked up. Worth noting, once again, there is a $3,000 bounty still in play. That is the equivalent to 4th place money. So definitely worth going after. We don't have any real short stacks,
that's going to be a factor now, I think. Or increasingly a factor, yeah. So there's a lot of money in the bounty.
No Trust Ever has a really sneaky little double gutter here. Any 9, any king. It gives them the straight. Pair of 10s now for them. See if they want to double barrel this, or do they want to just take the free card? They take the free card. Now going to be very difficult for No Trust Ever to get Queen Jack to fold. A couple of $200 bounties left as well. So more than the minimum ones, essentially. And DMG is going to win this with Queen Jack. Still have 5 $109 tickets to give away, folks. 3 during our show.
Indeed.
2 at the end of our show, and we've got a free roll that starts in 26 minutes in honor of Burr Cold. It's Snowy 888D. Snowy 888D. Because somewhere in the world, it is snowing on November 3rd.
And as we've established, you can probably play 888 poker there.
Almost definitely.
You can play pretty much anywhere, apart from the countries that are just being annoying.
Well, look at this cooler.
This is a cooler.
The classic Ace King versus Queens.
Isn't it?
Yep. There's the all-in. User 1912. Obviously not going to fold. And it is user who's at risk.
In trouble.
They are in trouble, and they're going to go out. 5 of spades on the river seals their fate. User 1912 has been eliminated in 6th place. What are they worth? Drum roll.
It's
140.
not the big one.
Still, the $140 headed over to Competencia. And user 1912, disappointing final table. They came into the final table second in chips. They won the $215 Sunday Big Shot 2 times in the past 2 weeks. I'm going to say that again. They won the $215 Sunday Big Shot 2 times in the past 2 weeks. This one, they're going to finish in 6th place. They take home, with the bounties and the prize, about $2,500.
Having a good month or a good couple of months.
Yeah, I mean, the last 3 weeks, they're like, this poker thing is easy.
Yeah. Rock up, bink a massive prize, go to bed.
Sign me up. I like it.
Yeah.
Hey, those of you in the chat, only Nick and I can judge Lime.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, if you judge Lime, ban. That's right.
Yeah.
You'll get the chat ban.
Yeah.
But we reserve the right to always be judgy. It's our brand.
It's our brand.
Yeah. I mean, we're judging all of you.
Favorably.
Sometimes.
Yeah. Not Aaron, obviously.
No. And some of the names too, as well. Like, what kind of name is that? Pair of kings and a pair of sixes versus a gut shot. Not a huge pot, but if you're confident, you're going to bet it when you got 2 pair. No trust ever. Going to just let it want to go. We continue on. Are you at all curious who I will be having in my 88 ride this week?
I'll guess it.
You're gonna get. Oh wow. Okay, this is gonna be fun. I could do a lot of things of how many people.
How many guesses?
Yeah.
I think I've got no shot to guess it.
How many poker players would you have to guess? Would you have to name before you name the 3 that are actually going to be in the car on this week?
Probably a couple of hundred, I would think, before I got one. Who is it, David? Who are you driving crazy?
I've got Stapes coming in the car. Joe Stapleton.
Oh my God! Condolences, thoughts and prayers, etc.
Yep, get Joe Stapleton. I've got Kenny Hallert.
Okay, yeah, that would have been about guess 300.
Yeah, there you go. Kenny, tournament director, made the November 9 2 times.
Yeah.
And I have seasoned female pro, one of the best poker players, period. But certainly, on the short list of one of the best women players in the world, Cherish Andrews.
Ah, nice.
So those 3 lined up.
Well, say hello to Stapes for me.
Will do.
Tell him. He won't.
Probably not.
He knows I think he's awesome. I was a fan of Joe Stapleton before I worked with him. He knows that.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, he's like just plateaued since then, but he was very good.
Yeah, my wife and I saw him
nowhere recently, obviously, but
no. I actually, my wife and I went and saw. He was doing stand up in LA, and we went and saw him do that.
is he good?
Yeah, he was funny. He was funny. He's a funny guy.
I've never seen him live, but whenever he's posted clips, I thought he was funny, and he's obviously funny in real life. So
Yeah, no, he
he'll
was
be a
funny.
very good. He'll be a very good guest, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward. By the way, if you have any questions that you would like me to ask Kenny, Cherish, or Joe, tweet me at Tuck on Sports. So you can put them in the chat, and maybe I can try to find them. I'm always looking for good questions. Never quite know where the conversation is going to go. We usually start in one way, and then we see how it plays out. One of my most recent 88 rides, if you've missed it, it is available on our YouTube channel. It's probably available on Instagram as well, on our 888 Instagram account. You can, the Grinder, our most recent Hall of Famer, and of course, World Series of Poker main event champion, Michael Mizrachi.
Check it out, peeps. Oh, there's a link in chat.
Oh, there you go. Lime says, Tuck, I interviewed Stapes on my stream in 2019. Please tell him Lime Ricky says hi. Okay, my entire interview is just going to be me telling him, this person says hi, and this person says hi.
Yeah. Well, that's good, isn't it? You'll like that.
Yeah, I love that.
So what's the situation here? We've got a very even final table. You can see that for yourselves. Nobody is critical life support. Nobody has a dominating stack. They're playing for quite a lot of money, including 7K up top and 3,000 in one bounty that's still in one of these envelopes.
Yeah, depending on how this plays out, I mean, the heads-up battle could effectively be, like a $5,000 heads-up battle, which is not something we normally see on our Magic Monday shows.
Yeah, absolutely could.
Look at this. Watch streak reached. It's the Pits. It's currently on a 5-stream streak. Nice job. It's the Pits. That's what happens. Not only do you get a lot of points, but you get a shout-out from us.
Wow. How do you get that? How do you get? Do you have to watch 5 Magic Mondays, or do you have to watch 5 888 streams, or do you have to watch 5 Twitch streams, or?
I mean, I obviously know the answer, but I don't want to sound like a know-it-all, so I'm going to let Lime explain it to you in the chat.
Okay, thanks, thanks, David.
Yeah,
that's very share the wealth.
I mean, listen, I don't want to be like, oh, Tuckman knows everything. No, Lime will let you know. Lime, how do you become? How do you get a watch streak thing?
Oh, West Champagne Poker says you watch 5 888 streams straight.
There you go. See, easy enough.
Channel based. Okay. Okay. Very good. Well, good luck, everyone, with that.
Not only, by the way, do you get a shout out and get this awesome watch streak, but you get a lot of Twitch points for that. Probably thinking Twitch points are worthless. They're not worthless, folks.
What? They're not.
No, they're awesome. 4,000 Twitch points. If you redeem them, you can get on our Wheel of Justice spin. And if you couple that with you being, a good person, you might just win a $109 ticket.
You might. What is the thing that you watch that you've been most addicted to in your time of watching things that you would have like easily a 5-day watch streak?
Besides porn?
Oh yeah, obviously. currently a 3,254-day watch streak. Oh no, we found David's level.
Oh God, 3,200. That's great. Oh, yeah. When I get into a good show, my wife and I, we actually, we're pretty cute. We binge watch shows together. We don't watch a ton of TV.
Yeah, so do we. Yeah.
When the kids go to bed, we'll watch like 1 or 2 episodes, depending on what time we have to wake up in the morning. And, when we get into a show and really enjoy it, there are times where we're like, one more episode. And it'll be like, midnight and we know we have to get up super early. And we're just like, oh, let's just watch the beginning of this next one.
Yeah, that's fatal. Let's just watch the beginning. It's fatal.
Yeah. Well, usually one of us will fall asleep on the couch and then we'll turn it off and go to bed. But, there have been a few, whether it was, Breaking Bad or Sopranos or, at a point there was Game of Thrones until the last season. There have been shows like that we kind of just get into and you're like, oh, I've got to watch this.
This is better than my actual life. I'm just going to watch this.
Yeah.
The worst we had was 24 when we got together years and years and years ago. We sort of hadn't watched 24 and then we started watching it. That show is so addictive.
This is Kiefer Sutherland.
Yeah.
I told you, so I know Kiefer pretty well because I played hockey with him.
Yeah. I think it's just come up before. Yeah. Yeah. What a show. The absolute mastery of cliffhangers and twists, just relentless surprises. So good.
I'm. This might shock you. You might be really jealous of me because maybe I still have it in. I've never seen an episode of 24. Yeah. So I don't know if you're appalled or you're just jealous. Oh wow, 9-8. Ramalov just went with it. Flop top pair. Did not believe on the turn, and that is a big pot. No trust ever. Wins a huge pot, eliminates Ramalov, and gets $3,000. Wow. Wow, that was not something I was expecting. I mean, I saw Ramalov flop top pair and think, okay, well, this pot will get a little bit bigger. No trust ever hits the 10 on the turn, hits an ace on the river, gets all the chips somehow. And Ramalov gone in 5th place. We'll talk about that money in just a second because we've got a hand brewing here. Queens and 10s out back. Look at that. Final table 11. Yep. 3K. GG for sure. There's the all in. What does DMG do with 10s? I mean, 4-handed. You've got an open and a 3-bet. Yeah, I was going to say, how do you get away from 10s here? Looking for a 2-outer on the river. It is not going to come. And Brolexi doubles up to 32.8 big blinds. DMG now down to 16. They are now our short stack. They were our chip leader. So Ramalov.
Suddenly action everywhere.
Yeah. Ramalov, by the way, out in 5th. Will take home, courtesy of the bounties and everything, about $2,300. But no trust ever, the real story here. They have now locked up about $3,300 in bounties, and they are our chip leader.
Yeah, great stuff. I think that they took the No Trust Ever name too literally there. Just didn't want to fold. And, like, what a way to win $3,000.
Yeah, it was a weird hand because, like, neither one had, like, a huge hand. The 9-8 especially was like, okay, you flop top pair with a bad kicker, and I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I'm going broke with just a pair of 8s there with no kicker, but Ramalov did. Good news for No Trust Ever, and we are 4-handed. So 24, back to that for a second. The shock that I'd never seen it is...
Especially if you know him.
Yeah, but a lot of times when I know somebody like that, I didn't want to see it.
It's a bit weird, yeah. Yeah,
like Will Ferrell, I know him as well because before he was married to his wife, I was roommates with her. So I got to see him a lot.
Is that true?
True story.
No, bullshit, because you've never said this. There's no way that you would have kept this secret for all these years.
It's a true story. You know what I should really play? We should play one day. We should play the 2 Lies and 1 True story. You know that one?
Yeah, exactly.
I could play that with you. But yeah, so I hadn't seen, I've actually more recently seen a lot of the Will Ferrell movies, but I didn't when I knew him because I was like,
This is really weird.
Huge flop for Brolexi, by the way. Top pair with a flush draw.
Is that definitely true? Because I just can't believe you bang on about so much chutney. I can't believe that you keep something that interesting actually quiet.
I don't know. I didn't think it was that. I have a picture of my puppy with Will Ferrell because, yeah.
Okay.
I was just roommates. I mean, we weren't romantically involved. They were dating. He was on Saturday Night Live, and his girlfriend at the time was living in LA, and she was renting a big house. But he would only come back once in a while because he was working in New York, so he was Saturday Night Live. So she needed a roommate. So Why did
DMG make this 8.7 big blinds? I'm completely phased by this.
Yeah, it's a strange play now, and now you're committed.
Yeah, they can't now fold.
I'm wondering
which I feel like they might.
No, they're going to call off. I wonder if it was a misclick there.
Yeah, that was weird.
And they need a miracle here. Oh my God, they got it!
Wow. Oh my God. They got the miracle. Bad luck, compensator.
I mean, when the 4 diamonds comes on the turn, I mean, DMG is drawing to a 10, and it can't beat a diamond. So, I mean,
that's absolutely crazy because DMG didn't. We don't know if it was a misclick or not, but they definitely didn't want action and then just beat the double up. Unbelievable.
Yeah, I mean that's such a. And now they hit a 3-outer again. Oh wow, that is crazy. Competencia really can feel bad about that one. Like, wait a second, you misclicked, then felt compelled to call off, and then hit a 2-outer to beat me.
It's unbelievable. That's
What?
so brutal.
Like the parlay of things that had
to.
Yeah, the parlay of things that had to happen there.
Right.
And now look at this. DMG is just crushing. They've got top pair. They've got the hearts. No trust ever. Needs a queen. That's not a heart. What is going on?
What's going on? Things have got funky. Oh, my goodness.
Everybody's hitting 2-outers.
We had no action for ages, and now all the things are happening.
This is saving you all for my boring Will Ferrell story. Everybody's hitting 2-outers.
No trust over is going to get paid here. And DMG is going to find out that everything in poker breaks even. Not usually that quickly. Like you say, the luck breaks even. Not usually in back-to-back hands.
By the way, it's such a poker player's thing. By the way, if you're DMG, you're like, what? I can't believe I lost that.
Yeah.
You know? Meanwhile, like 98% of the time, they're out of the tournament.
That's called the Joe Hashem.
Yeah. Joe, most famously, 2005, he won the main event. 2006, he was at the Rio. He got knocked out of a tournament, and he stood up, and he's like, every time, I can't believe it, how unlucky I run. And it wasn't a joke. It would have been the best joke ever if it was just a joke.
Yeah.
But it wasn't a joke.
It wasn't a joke. Literally thinks he runs bad.
Like, we all looked at him like, dude, really?
Seriously.
Top pair here for Brolexi. Competencia is all in with a pair of 9s. Not looking good. This is not going to get through. Brolexi makes the call, and Competencia needs help. Does not get it. Brolexi's 2-pair eliminating Competencia in 4th place.
Well, they got pretty unlucky there at the end.
Considering they missed the first 42 minutes of this final table, they did pretty well.
So we're down to 3, but we're pretty deep now. As things stand.
Competencia, by the way, when it was all said and done, they are going to take home about $2,700. So not a bad payday for them at all. Final 3 players here, all guaranteed $4,275 plus the bounties, and No Trust Ever has already locked up the $3,000 plus. So,
yeah. Interesting to see how this goes.
yeah, for sure.
I think No Trust Ever has looked like a strong player, but they've also had some big hands. So it is hard to tell. It's always hard to tell at these final tables because, players do run as good as their hands, obviously.
Yeah. We've got an action flop here as well. I mean, DMG with the overs, gut shot, backdoor diamonds, No Trust Ever with a spade draw. And we've seen these 2 players not afraid to battle. Yeah, Lime is addressing Sir Toby. That's an interesting comment. How would I know that? And things get even more interesting now. We got No Trust Ever with a straight draw and a flush draw. DMG with top pair, top kicker.
Can't believe you haven't watched 24. It's so awesome.
Do you think it still holds up? I mean, can I watch it today?
Well, there's going to be a technology problem. If you can get past the technology problem, then it definitely holds up because it's probably the best written TV drama of all time.
Like technology, was it pre-internet? Pre-cell phones?
No, it was, they have cell phones, but they're they don't have, they don't have internet on their cell phones, I think, at the start. I think that's right. I think it comes in
I can get by that.
series.
I mean, yeah, I mean, you can get by that. That's just you're watching an older show.
Yeah.
I mean, keep in mind, for a lot of my life, I didn't have cell phones or internet on my cell phone, or let's be honest, even internet.
Round Integrity says weaker flip phones. Yeah, I think so. I think that's what they have. Just like flip phones with just like text on them, right? Series 1 is pretty good. But then Series 2 to about Series 6 is some of the best TV I've ever watched in my life.
Okay.
It's just phenomenal. But I don't know how it holds up because I watched it about 10 years ago.
Yeah, there are some shows that I've never seen that people are like, what? Like The Wire, I couldn't get into.
Yeah, I couldn't get into The Wire. I'm sure it's very well done, but it's a bit too real life for me.
Yeah, 24. Yeah. And Lost. And now Lost has been ruined for me because I was like, I know the ending. I haven't seen any of it, but I know the ending.
Everyone knows the ending because no one was happy.
Yeah, so I'm like, yeah, okay. Open-ended here for Bro Lexi. Happy Ray says, just my way of saying that the hosts are occasionally out there. Guilty as charged. True story. Lime says the ending of Dexter was the worst series ending ever. Dexter's back, though. It's not over, right? Or is there a new ending that was also equally as bad? Dexter's a weird show, though, because Dexter's like almost like there are a lot of shows out there that kind of that you need all of them to make a show, like Breaking Bad, per se. But I feel like Dexter, like each show kind of stood on its own. You didn't need to keep watching. You could just watch one and it was okay because each show kind of like was its own thing. Lime Ricky says, I haven't watched the new version. It's dead to me now. No pun intended. DMG, kind of sneaky going for value here. Maybe thinks they can get called by a king high or an ace high type hand.
Yeah, look like it. No action on the turn, so probably has the best hand. Look at these stacks, David Tuckman. Three ways for the money.
Yeah, we've got a little bit over 100 big blinds in play, and really anybody's tournament. And there's a big difference, obviously. First place is 73.55. Third place is 42. So you're talking about over $3,000 difference, or 30 buy-ins between third and first.
Tell you what we're going to do in celebration of the even stacks.
Ooh.
We're going to give away a ticket after this hand.
It's a great idea.
Thank you. It's my only idea. It's the only idea I have.
I don't think that's true. You're a man of ideas.
Well, am I? This idea is a good one, though, because I'm going to give you a $109 ticket. When I say you, I'm actually only talking to one viewer, but I was telling the truth to someone. So it could be you, David. It's not you. Yeah. We're going to play a keyword. We're going to do a keyword giveaway. All you have to do is type the keyword into Twitch chat. Type what everyone else types once it's been revealed. If you're on YouTube and you want to play, you have to pop over to Twitch because the software only runs on Twitch. 888 Poker TV. Exactly. Let's have a look. Lime's come up with the keyword.
Oh.
It's in celebration of, don't worry, it's not a cryptic one. It's in celebration of the Global Poker League. 888's new added value for you, the player. Completely free. You play across people from all around the world in $1,000 of free rolls every month, I believe, or every week, or every whatever. What is it? Don't know. You can play in free rolls. And then you can win a lot of much bigger prizes, merch, David Tuckman's hat collection.
Yes,
all that good stuff. Monthly. I knew it. I should have gone with my gut. Let's do a keyword. The keyword, Lime, is it ready? Is it ready? Is it ready?
Now, whatever the keyword is, add a D to the end of it.
And snowy.
Yes.
Champagne would kill for an 888. You don't need to do that. You just need to play in the Global Poker League.
Yeah, don't kill.
All right.
That's just unnecessary.
The keyword is ready. And Lime spent the whole first hour working this out because it is League.
League
It's
D.
League.
It's League D. League D.
Leagua. League Snowy D.
Yes. Get your leagues in the chat. Somebody's going to win a $109 ticket. Could it be you? Well, it could be. It might be. If you are watching on YouTube, of course, head over to Twitch because we use their software to generate a winner. It's completely random, provided you do enter. And as we've mentioned many times, the more times you enter, the better your chances to win. Get your leagues in the chat.
David Tuchman lies to his children.
Routinely.
Based on the evidence of this show.
Yes. Routinely. Yep. I'm a big believer in lies are okay, just don't break promises.
Interesting. Interesting values.
DMG gonna 3-bet this. Let's see what No Trust ever does. Okay. I was gonna say, I mean, I thought maybe they might get out of line here, but they just decided to let it go. Brolexi has picked up the ace-king.
DMG might 3-bet here. They 3-bet this kind of hand before. The timing would be bad this time around. So let's see if they do it. Perfectly reasonable play, by the way, against a button raise, 3-handed. Almost sort of semi-mandatory, I think, but just bad timing.
Yeah, we'll see if Brolexi 4-bet jams this, how they want to play it. That is kind of the, I think, the conventional thing.
Yeah.
Get your leads in the chat.
I don't think much else makes a lot of sense, really, other than jamming.
I mean, you can call, I guess, and kind of just trap your opponent a little bit, but ace-king is one of those hands where, you know, when you miss the flop, and you're going to miss the flop like 2/3 of the time, then what? Are you just going to go with it?
Time's nearly up. 888 Poker TV on Twitch is where you need to be, and type league in the chat for your chance to win a $109 tournament ticket.
Top pair here versus a straight. This is a bad situation for No Trust Ever, who's we've already established does not trust. So if they don't trust Brolexi here, this could get a little bit expensive, especially on a wet board like this. A couple of clubs out there. You got the straight draws out there. If Brolexi plays this fast, this could be trouble for No Trust Ever. We'll see. They're going to raise right away. Back over to No Trust Ever, and what do they do with top pair?
Yeah, it sucks this, doesn't it? Because you've got top pair. That's probably a pretty nice fold. Obviously, it's highly exploitable, but at the same time, what are you doing from here? I always wonder when people call in those spots.
Listen, I mean, I remember talking to Brian Rast about this.
Hold that thought, David Tuchman. Remember the Brian Rast story, because we're going to run this bad boy and give someone a ticket.
Let's do it.
Quantum Criminal, you're in another dimension. You have won a $109 ticket. Congratulations to you. If you're getting some sort of South American vibey tin action, I don't know what it is.
Well, in honor of us, listen, 888 Poker's in South America, a lot more than I thought it was.
Right.
And Quantum Criminal, we know, loves South America. So and they love $109 tickets. So I was doing that in honor of all of it.
There you go.
Yeah.
Congratulations. Beautifully pulled together as a celebration by you, David.
Thank you. Congratulations, Quantum Criminal. $109 ticket headed your way.
We've still got 4 more to give away. 2 more before the end of the final table, or at the end. And 2 more on the Poker Wheel of Justice. So don't go anywhere. If you don't know what that is, definitely don't go anywhere because it's awesome. Now, tell us about Brian Rast. A very good poker player. He's
great. So during an 8-8 ride, I talked to him about like the whole, like Sklansky bucks. Like, oh, well, is that a good fold in the spot or is that a bad fold in the spot? Even if it was like, not being results oriented. And he did say, he cut back down to it. He goes, listen, there are situations where you are making plays that are definitely exploitable. But at the end of the day, he said, listen, good players, even if they're making exploitable plays in kind of that thought process, he goes, good players just tend to make the right play in that moment more often. So like in that spot, yes, is folding the queen exploitable? Absolutely, obviously. But his point was that the better players just, listen, give yourself credit when you're right sometimes. You know, pat yourself on the back because, you know, maybe there was some sort of like, you know, sixth sense thing, or maybe you just, you know, you knew your player, you read the situation really well, whatever it was, you read it correctly and you were right in that exact spot. Reads
are critical in poker, and reads are part art, part science. And until a human being comes along that can perfectly replicate advanced global poker leagues on my mind, advanced game theory optimal play, and just replicate it at the table, which doesn't exist at the moment. Reads are a blend of art and science. So, you know, let's say, for example, that No Trust ever has a read on Bralexi from playing with them for a couple of hours that they don't raise drawing hands. And so when they get raised on the flop there, they think, okay, I am screwed.
And sometimes I would even argue that sometimes it's not necessarily, it's almost like you're subconscious. It's almost as if you just pay attention at the poker table, there are things that you notice. I'll make the analogy almost as if the way sometimes children react to certain people, or the way animals can react to certain people. You know, I don't know if they can even explain why so-and-so is, you know, scary, or they don't like that person, whatever it might be. Maybe it's body language, who knows, but it's almost this innate other sense. And I think some good poker players sometimes, just because they have been paying attention, they can tap into part of their brain that others don't.
So, you know what Doyle says in Super System about that?
Does he call it fluff and bullshit?
No, the opposite.
Oh, good.
No. He says that he makes reads and decisions that are right because he gets a gut feel, but he doesn't think it's magic or ESP or anything like that. He just thinks it's his, whenever he wrote the book, you know, 25, 30 years of playing poker, all of those experiences are in his brain and his central nervous system, and they feed back to him in that moment, but not in a way that he can actually reference all 18 times someone made that kind of bet. So it feels just like a gut feel. Yeah. And he said, like, part of becoming a great poker player was learning to trust and back his judgment in different spots rather than having hard and fast rules. He put that in Super System. So
yeah,
that's
I mean, the ability to be able to call an all in a spot where you're risking your tournament life, or you're risking a lot of cash, but you know, like your gut is telling you, or the risk, or having, the poker ability to actually go through with a big bluff and trusting those instincts is huge. It's one of the reasons why I think randomizing is the stupidest thing I've ever heard of in my life.
Yeah.
I'm like, I remember when that started to become a thing, and now people are on the side of it and going like, what are we doing here? Like, to me, if it's 50-50, then it's never like, if it's 50-50, it's like, okay, do I really need a clock to tell me randomize? No, I like, there's got to be something there. It's also why I will tell people, if you play tournaments or cash games, get your head out of your iPad and your iPhone.
Oh, well, that I completely agree with. I don't understand the point of playing. Like, if there's something else you'd rather look at, then do that. If you're trying to keep your, porn watch streak alive, because, we're all trying to win that battle. Then watch that thing. Why are you paying money to play in a poker tournament or a cash game, and then putting other entertainment on? It's weird.
Yeah. And going back to what you just said about Doyle Brunson, it's like, 25, 30, 50, whatever years of playing poker, and all that information that's going into your brain that you don't even realize, but that is influencing your gut, right? What you think, right, in that moment. If you're not allowing that information to go inside, then you're denying that.
Well, you're I mean, this is true of a lot of things nowadays, because people are so overstimulated and like they really struggle to do one thing.
Right.
But you are robbing yourself. This is my sermon, because I get so wound up about it. You're robbing yourself of the best version of yourself. So like if you're playing poker, but you're also watching something on YouTube, clearly you're not playing poker. That's very funny, by the way. Clearly you're not playing poker. Clearly you're not playing poker at your best level. That by definition, you're not playing poker at your best level. So you're robbing yourself.
I was gonna keep doing it until you acknowledged. I think you knew that.
I did. I let you obviously land the gag.
Yeah, I appreciate that. No Trust Ever, our short stack DMG in second. Berlexi, now our chip leader. In fact, all three of these players have been our chip leader at one point or another.
Yes, Leo, you can watch Magic Monday while you play poker. In fact, it's positively encouraged as long as you're on 888. That's just good sense.
Yeah, part of that. But I remember when I first started playing online poker, and I was playing here in the States, I wasn't great at it because even though the games were so ridiculously good, I wasn't very good at it because it was really, really easy to get distracted. Like I found myself playing poker, but also checking email and looking at videos, keeping the porn streak alive. There are so many other things going on that I was just not really playing. I was just, I was clicking buttons. And it wasn't until later on, actually, when I moved to London, that I became better playing online because I was like, if I'm going to play, I have to have the discipline to actually focus on my game and turn off the distractions.
Look, if you're just, if it's just fun, if you're just having fun playing poker, then do what you want. Obviously, if it's just a leisure activity, but given the way most people react when they bust at poker, I'm going to venture that most people want to win. And if you want to win, you've got to focus. Otherwise, do something else. If you just want to punt money, like betting on a horse race, if you want poker to be that's totally cool. But if you're actually trying to do well, you've got to give it everything.
Yeah, I kind of like made promise myself that I was like, okay, if I'm going to play, I'm going to play. I would, give myself it was like I'd only play about an hour a day, but I was like, okay, for that hour, I am absolutely 100% focused on that poker. That doesn't mean, hey, listen, I mean, there were definitely moments where somebody would be like, hey, join me in this tournament. And I would play like an $11 tournament and also be watching a movie online or something like I'm watching a movie on TV and I have my laptop. That's a different thing, though.
It's totally different.
Although I still argue that even in that $11 tournament, I probably wasn't at my best because I was watching, Sylvester Stallone hanging from a cliff.
I always used to, when I was, playing as a primary source of income, I always had a fun account, which was for when I was tired or when I just wanted to play or got invited to something like you said, or I was drunk and I wanted to play and fool around and had a fun account. But that wasn't my, this wasn't one of my normal playing accounts.
Right.
Yes, it's like, what do you want out of it really with things like poker? Do you actually want to get better or do you just want to have some fun? Either's fine, but you want to be intentional.
Yeah, I would put Post-its on it. Do not use after drinking. And then the other one was feel free to use after drinking. The one that was you could use after you're drinking had like $300 in it. And it was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Running Con says drinking in cash games. I don't do that anymore. There are a lot of poker players out there that will actually kind of admit, they'll be like, so-and-so is great after 3 beers. Not particularly good after 5.
It's definitely a curve.
Yeah.
It's definitely a bell curve.
Yeah.
About two drinks in, you're like fearless, and then.
Yeah. Some players are like not very good with no alcohol, really good after 2 or 3, and then really bad after 5.
Definitely true.
Yep. Running Kind says I just go full donkey. Okay, fair enough. Pair of 7s for DMG. They don't hit the flush, but they do hit a pair of 7s. Not much going on here. Still anybody's tournament. Berlexi in the chip lead, but not a lot in it.
That's a great shout by Lime. Actually, it's a better, she says, it's the drinking curve of playing pool. You can make all the shots after 2.5 beers, but not after 5. Pool's actually a better example of that, in my opinion. a couple of drinks, you can play pool really well.
Are you better at pool after 2 drinks than you are sober?
I am.
Why?
I don't know. I've never investigated this phenomena, but I can back up what Lime says.
That doesn't make any sense. I mean, at least in like poker, you can be like, okay, you're more fearless.
Yeah.
You don't care as much about it. But in pool, I don't understand why.
I don't know. Maybe you're relaxed. Like maybe your muscles are slightly more relaxed. I don't know.
Okay.
I honestly don't know, but it's definitely true. Lime can back me up.
I have played ice hockey after a couple of beers, and I can decidedly say that I am not better at ice hockey after a couple of beers. I'm better sober, completely sober.
Yeah, no, that seems fair.
But I've played in leagues where guys will drink, instead of having water bottles on the bench, they have beer.
Oh my God. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Chet is definitely zero adult beverages.
0?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can't think about anything properly. We had a quiet period in this tournament.
Yeah. But we had a little bit of a kind of a frenzy there for a little bit where we lost a couple of players and had a bunch of hands that were interesting. Champagne poker does not drink at all, ever.
But you're called champagne poker.
It's ironic.
Or it just describes their poker.
Ooh.
Poker is,
Bubbly
and glorious.
There you go. I like it.
Don't know.
Smokey 420 says, man, I hope they introduce separate wallets, one for poker, one for casinos. I mean, you could probably set that up for yourself.
Yeah. You can have 2 different IDs, surely.
Right.
Cindy says, who isn't playing right now while we watch? Yeah, you definitely should play while you're watching this. Completely agree.
Well, I mean, I hope you're playing the free roll, which started,
for example,
16 minutes ago. I mean, listen, I would say that distractions are not going to help your game, but listening to Nick Welthall and David Tuckman in your ear while you're playing poker will only make you better.
Yeah, this is gold.
There aren't many flops that are going to make these flops interesting, but look at this. Pair of 5s versus a pair of 4s with the ace kicker.
Vanna Pakali says, as a Finnish man, I'd say billiards and poker are completely fine after 12 beers. Yeah, but you're Finnish. You have your own rules.
Right. Can the Finnish notoriously drink a lot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you never encountered this?
No,
seriously, I would say probably number 1.
Right. Okay. More than Irish.
Fair, Vanna? Probably number 1 in the world. Ability to drink, the Finnish. Definitely up there.
Good to know. No trust ever now down to 10.5 big blinds.
It's long winter nights,
I get it, yeah. Oh, this is pretty cool. You can like and comment league on the IG post in the chat link. There's a link there. And this way you get the passwords to this week's 888 Poker Global League free rolls. Okay. So if you click on the link that is in the chat and you like and comment league, then you get all the passwords for the free rolls. Okay.
And those are worth having. They're $1,000 free rolls. And then if you do well in them in the Global Poker League, you get to play for merch, or you just get awarded merch. I don't know how it works. You get stuff. There's a load of free stuff. It's brilliant.
It's a lot of check marks here. Play poker for free. Fun. Mm-hmm. It's fun. Win money, maybe. Check. Mm-hmm. Win merch, money. Cost nothing. Check. There you go. It's a no-brainer, folks. Get in there. Smokey420 says, David, I thought we were allowed only one account per user. Well, yes, here, but I mean, in your life, you could literally have a gambling account, a poker account, a pay bills account. This is on you.
No, not in that order.
Yes, in that order.
Oh, right. Disclaimer: 8 of 8 does not encourage that order of financial disposition.
Right.
Apparently, I've been saying it wrong. Lime's corrected me. Very important. It's not $1,000 free roll. You play a free roll to get into the $1,000 free roll. $1,000 tournament. Yeah, okay, fine. Slightly different to what I was saying. The point is, it's all free. It's super cool, and it's incredibly easy to get in. That's the point.
Right. It's free, it's fun, and you might win stuff. Sounds awesome. Kind of a no-brainer there. Pair of jacks here for DMG, who will take over the chip lead if they get the showdown. And I should say retake the chip lead because they came into this final table as our chip leader. DMG 34 is on a hot run there. They have finished first in their last 3 tournaments. That was 2 $320 big shots and $109 rumble. 5 figures in cashes over the last 3 tournaments. And they're going to have another big one here. And they have indeed retaken the chip lead. Bougie says Pavo Nurmi drank while running. Who's Pavo Nurmi? Do you know?
I don't know.
No.
Someone who probably ran into a lamppost or something, I would imagine.
There you go. Was he like a extreme distance runner? Going with? I don't even know. All in here for DMG. Obviously, it's not all of their chips, as No Trust Ever only has 9.5 big blinds behind. They're thinking about it.
He's a famous Finnish runner. Story checks out.
There you go.
So, David, what we're going to do...
What are we going to do?
Slightly unconventional. We've got 2 more tickets to give away.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to have you ask me a question for Ludden Thinks, for Nick Thinks. And then they're going to guess. But they're going to get to guess over the break, and then we're going to close it when we come back. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Very good. So you're going to need to ask me a question in the next 2 minutes.
I've got one already for you. You ready?
Amazing. So we're going to play What Does Nick Thinks? $209 tickets up for grabs. You can guess on YouTube chat or Twitch chat, but only 1 guess per player. Must be a unique value. If someone's guessed a certain amount, that value is taken. So you must guess a different value. Lime runs the contest in chat. Lots of luck. You trying to figure out what I think the answer to this is. David, what's the question?
My question is very, very simple, okay? You watched the Baseball World Series, a little bit of it. Obviously, as a sports fan, you got to watch a little bit. Right. Yeah, it's a sleepy game. It's no big deal. I wanted to ask you a very simple question because I was imagining how Nick Wealthall, how good you would be as a hitter. We know you're an athletic guy. We know you played cricket. And my question for you, very simple. Against one of those starting pitchers, any of them, it doesn't make a difference, that you watched pitch during the Dodgers-Toronto Blue Jays World Series, how many at-bats would you need, okay, to get a base hit?
There's a field. There's
a field. There's fielders, right? You're up to bat.
At-bats?
Nick Wealthall's up there like this with a bat, okay? How many at-bats would you need to get a hit?
God.
Now, keeping this in mind, that a good hitter in the major leagues, so I will give a little information, but don't know, a good hitter in the major leagues fails 2/3 of the time. A good hitter. You know, a really, really good hitter
so
has
on average, they need 3.
That's a really good hitter.
Yeah.
Now, let's say an average hitter is, I would say, 1 in 4 at bats is a hit, batting .250. When you bat .250, that means 25% of the time you get a hit. Okay, a good hitter. For Nick Wealthall, how many times would he have to get up? How many at bats would he need before he got a hit?
Is it the same pitcher?
Yes, the same exact pitcher.
That's very important.
There you go. His
Well,
arm might, because his arm might fall off.
Yeah. Like my only advantage is that I can outlast him.
Well, and yeah, I mean, you get an idea of, okay, like maybe the first 6 or 7 at bats, you're like, okay, I can't even see the ball. Got an all in a call here. Ace deuce versus 9-8. And the ace deuce will get a double up. 18 big blinds. TMG still our chip leader, but we continue on 3 ways. Yes. Everybody think about this during the break. Nick is going to get his answer in, and we will award this when we come back. But again, yeah, I mean, that's my thought process is, maybe 8 or 9 at bats in, you're like, okay, I've finally got the speed down. Now, can I hit the darn thing? How do I hit this darn thing? And then, obviously, can I get lucky and get a hit?
Got the speed down. They throw it like 95 miles an hour. Like, I'm just going to sit there for a minute and then literally, I'll just crack it.
Well, the thing is, the first say I would probably garner like the first 20 pitches you saw, you'd just be like, holy shit, that's fast.
I think at least 20, I'd be like that.
Yeah, you'd just be like, how do I can't hit that. Well, ponder it. You think about it. When we come back, we're going to award those tickets. And, of course, crown a champion here at 888 Poker.
The more I learn about the game, the more I realize how I underestimated how important position really is. Position in poker determines whether you're first or second to act. So at the table, the first few positions are an early position, under the gun, +1 or 2, depending on how big the table is. And then it becomes middle position, so hijack, cutoff, button. And then you have the blinds, small blind and big blind. When I first started playing poker, I was more interested in whether my hand was good or bad. And the flop was good or bad for my hand. Did I make the nuts? Did I not? Should I bluff? Whatever. I didn't really think that much about position. I knew it was something. People told me it was important, but I never really figured out why it was important. And these days, I realize that it is largely determining how big of a pot I can win and potentially lose. Playing out of position, it's hard to get value and it's hard to bluff effectively. And those are 2 pretty important tenets of the game of poker. When you think about playing a big pot in poker, you think about, I'm gonna have to bet before the flop, on the turn, on the river, right? You have a really good hand, you wanna make all those bets. When you're in position, you're last to act and will always get the chance to reopen the betting action. But when you're out of position, often you're gonna be checking your opponent, and that means that sometimes you get to the river and you'll be wanting to put another bet, but you're gonna check and hope to trap or let them bet, and they'll just check back and you won't get your value. And so if you think about it, when you get to the river of a decent sized pot, the pot's gonna be a lot bigger if you have the chance to bet in position versus when you're checking out of position. So at times you're gonna have to play out of position, and there are some things you can do to change your game to make it more profitable for you. One of them is to start with a tighter range. Because it's harder to bluff effectively and get value, you just want to start with a tighter range, give you a better chance to win the pot and then win bigger pots. Other things you can do post-flop would be either to check raise an opponent more often who bets too much, or if they bluff too much, you want to check call them and trap them with your strong hands. One of the most important ways I think 3-betting changes when you're out of position is the sizing of the 3-bet. A lot of players size their 3-bets the same whether they're in position or out, and you want to give your opponent a better price when you're in position and a worse when you're out of position because, as I said earlier, harder to get value, harder to bluff, and so you want to charge them more right now when you're out of position. If we're talking about overall, what's the biggest mistake people make out of position? It's playing too many hands. If you're playing too many hands, you'll say, oh, I'm getting a good price, and maybe you are right now, but the hand doesn't end right now when you call out of the big blind, or even worse, out of the small blind. You still have to deal with a flop, a turn, and a river. Those bets can be a lot, and should be a lot larger than what you just called. And yes, you're getting a good price right now, but what happens in the river when you're playing a 100 big blind pot with a mediocre hand? There are obviously a lot of tools you could use to get better at playing either in position or out of position, but I think one of the most important is just experience. And out of position for a lot of players is like other spots for them where they feel uncomfortable. And a lot of players, when they feel uncomfortable, they don't want to think about the spot, they don't want to study the spot, they just want to move on and go to the spots where they're more comfortable. But it's actually those situations where you don't exactly know what to do or where you can experience the most growth in your game and are some of the most important to pay attention to. So don't be afraid to get in the mix, play out of position, maybe make some mistakes and learn from them.
There was a point though, like 2010, you made a deep run in the main event. Like mid-2000s, you win an Aria super high roller. There was a point where it looked like you might be the next great tournament guy.
Well, I think that might just be a little overstated.
Okay, maybe a little, maybe like there was a short-term variance, but I'm saying there was a point there where it looked like you were at least taking it seriously and maybe this was the path you were gonna take.
I was never all in on tournaments, but obviously I was very fortunate, but I had a lot of early success, not even early, 10 years in, whatever. I had a lot of success, but I think it was just a byproduct of the time.
Okay.
Like, I also had a lot of very close misses. I think I have like 11 or 13 WSOP final tables. And I've never finished better than third, you know? So it's like...
a lot of variance there.
Everything, you know, it's just... Back then we were very ignorant to it, so you put a run together over the course of a couple of years, and it's like, of course, you're the next hot name, and you're going to be the guy who does it. But I just always kind of went back to what I knew I was winning for sure at, which was cash. You know, tournaments were kind of supplementing that. It's like, oh, I ripped off another 500K score. I guess that means I get to take a bigger piece of myself now playing in this private game that Ivy's route.
Right.
Which seemed like it had way, way higher potential and a much larger ceiling available than chasing down these high rollers, which I feel so fortunate I didn't fall down that path, because those guys get all the glory and they deserve every fucking bit of it, because what they do is a hellacious task. I wouldn't wish it upon anybody. They are so studied and they work so fucking hard, and they do it all for like 10 to 12% ROI on 5 or 6 million a year.
People have said this, by the way, and I feel like you've probably said this on one of your 719 podcasts.
Sure.
Where if you can be successful in that realm,
yeah,
then you can probably be far more successful in so many other realms.
You could run a country, you could do whatever you want. Like,
be a CEO of a company.
Yeah, absolutely. They're leaving so much money on the table for the love of the game and the chase and thrill of the competition. And I don't blame them one bit. And I can't sing their praises enough, because I truly admire how hard they work and everything they do. But I also know that, like, their hourly is like...
Welcome back. Three-handed poker remains here on a Magic Monday. It is the $100,000 mystery bounty main event, where we started with nearly 1,000 runners, and we have been whittled down to just these three. All of them guaranteed huge prizes, over $7,000 still up top. And no trust ever. If they win this, they'll win over $10,000 with the bounties as well. We still have more giveaways to give away. And by the way, the free roll registration is still open. Late registration right now, still open. Get in on the action. Password once again, Snowy888D. That gets you in. But registration is closing very shortly.
Awesome. Very hard final table to call, I think. DMG obviously has the chip advantage, but I think we've seen a ton to separate these three players.
Ooh, this could be an interesting one. I mean, you've got a gut shot straight flush draw versus a pair of sixes. Three-handed, a pair of sixes is just, I mean, it's a big hand. Now a double gutter with the flush draw. I mean, I really like my sixes right here. We'll see what they do. I mean, I think you're betting this. They don't bet it. They check it back.
Dodged a lot of outs.
Yeah. I really thought this one had the makings of a big hand, but the players just went bet, call, and then check. And this is a bet that's never going to get through. It doesn't look bluffy. The problem is you're just getting too good a price.
When you say that, no instant call.
No, that's a good point.
A tiny bluff that is genius, potentially. No. Oh, actually, they turn the sixes into a bluff.
Wow, okay.
That's what that was.
Yeah, it's an interesting play.
Yeah. Get excited. Move to the edge of your seat.
By the way, did you get your answer in?
I did. I've answered the question, and the contest is closed. And good luck, everyone. We'll maybe announce the winners when we go heads up, or when the tournament ends. One of the two.
Right.
You're going to be kept in suspense. I kind of had a method for answering it.
Well, we'll find out about it.
But I sort of feel like I want to do it because I think that the first 10 or 15 at-bats would just be hilarious.
Oh, I would love. See, this is the kind of content I would do at 888 Rod.
Yeah.
I would do at 888 Poker. I would love to have we love to get
Major League Baseball pitcher.
Yeah, any. Yeah, it does. I mean, even it doesn't make no difference. It could be the worst major league, the guy who's in the pros. I don't care. But I would also like to do like I always think that we do get these celebrity kind of like fun sit and goes between like we've got amazing footballers and we've got boxers and you get baseball players and you get all these different stars. And I think it would just be absolutely hysterical to watch me try to kick a penalty shot on an actual premiership goalie.
Yeah,
and you try to hit it like that would be just, I think, fantastic.
Absolutely.
If I didn't think that I would kill myself, I would love to like get in a car and drive like, drive a race against an F1 racer.
Oh my God. You can't even comprehend of how fast those things are.
Oh, I would.
It's completely ridiculous.
Anything over like
first corner.
Yeah, anything over like 100, I'd be like, no. I'd be like, why is he going so slow? I'd be like, that's all I'm going. Feels so fast.
Alexi getting short here and gonna have to start thinking about loosening up on the pre-flop shoves. Yeah,
they're talking deal, but I don't think the other players are interested. At least that is the indication so far. I had the opportunity once to get into a NASCAR car. I think I've told the story where I got in the car for Daytona 500 and down there when I was working for Sky Sports. And that was just so stupid fast. Like it was terrifying.
Did you do a wee?
Oh, I honestly, I felt, I mean, I was in the car with a driver and they just did, they did a lap for me. And I was just like,
You like this?
Oh, I was just like, oh my, I was crazy.
Excellent. Ace Queen's a pretty good hand here.
It's a very good hand. And, also DMG can put a lot of pressure on No Trust Ever. I mean, you've got a big pay jump between second and third. You're talking $1,500.
Parabellum says, can we get Easty to go up against Eubank Jr. on the same principle? That's quite funny. Not for Easty, obviously.
No.
It'd be bad.
But I think it would be fun, though. I love that idea. All in, we should get a call here, I imagine.
Yeah, No Trust Ever. Got a pretty risk-free call.
Yeah.
In that they sort of have to make it. I mean,
I think so. I mean, you're dominating some of what your opponent is putting out there. And they're looking pretty good here. Can they fade a club on the river? They can.
Oh, heads up.
We are heads up. Alexi out in third place. No Trust Ever. Picking up another, I'm going to guess, $200 bounty. Let's see. No.
86 cents and 4 seconds.
Yeah. Which means, by the way, this final heads up match has at least one $200 bounty in there. So they are playing for a lot here. Not only are they playing for first place and the pay difference, but they're also playing for the bounties. The final two bounties go to the winner. Brolexi, by the way, with the bounties and third place money, earned themselves just under $5K. Not bad.
Really good. Remember, if you're joining us late or haven't seen it before, this is a $109 buy-in tournament. So huge multiples because there are 1,000 players. Pretty cool. So DMG has the straight. No Trust Ever has not much. A diamond draw.
Yeah, they've got a diamond draw. They've got the overs, but yeah, as you say, I mean, not much going on here. They're gonna bluff.
Oh, wow.
They've got the seven. Yeah, they've got the king of diamonds. And I mean, listen. The times where their opponent doesn't have a 9, this is tough.
It's a perfectly valid bet. The only problem is the stack size and what they do on the river if they get called, and we can see they are going to get called. So now what? They could actually bluff here. They could continue to tell the story, try and get their opponent for one pair hand, and this thing could be over. I kind of like the bluff. I mean, I really do. How often is your opponent going to have a 9? And the times they don't have a straight, there it is, the all-in. Does DMG make the call? Well, do they make the call? Surely, yes.
They make it. Good read by you, Nick. That was a really good read. I didn't know if it would happen or not, but DMG came to this final table as our chip leader. They are going to exit with all of the chips. and these final 2 bounties as well. Congratulations to them. Yep, there's an extra $200 on top of everything. So no trust ever for second place. Don't cry for them.
No.
They picked up $9K.
Really, really good.
$9K. DMG won it and ended up winning about $8K because of the bounties and all that stuff. By the way, I do want to mention, I want to give No Trust Ever some props there. I actually really like that bluff.
So no Trust Ever definitely showed. I mean, the reason I thought they might bluff the river is they definitely showed that they've got some moves. They play some aggressive poker. So I agree with you. I think it's a good bluff. You're very lucky to run into that heads up, and I'm sure they'll be back at the final table if they play like that pretty soon.
Yeah, I mean, I really like the play, but congratulations to GM at G34. And with that, we are ready to offer more congratulations to those of you who might have just won a $109 ticket. Nick, I asked you a very simple question because we know what an amazing athlete you are. You've never played baseball before, I assume.
No, but I've played cricket.
You've played cricket.
But I've never faced 95 mile an hour like pitches or bowling. So I think that an at-bat is basically 3 swings unless they miss the strike zone. So it's going to be 3 most of the time. I think I could obviously get lucky. So my answer is average. I don't think I've got much of a shot until 50 at-bats have gone by and they start to slow down. Like, I really don't think I'm hitting it. Because I've not only got to hit it. You said I've got to get a hit, which means I've got to get it out the infield. So I've got to get really lucky. So I figured they've got to slow down quite a bit. And then an average of when they've slowed down after the first 40, 50 at-bats. The answer is 82 at-bats.
That is the exact right answer. And I would love to make this a reality. Let's see if we can make this happen.
That's a long exercise.
Yeah. Nick Wealthall versus a baseball pitcher. I think we can do this. Let's do it. If you answered around 80, you might have just won. In actuality, really impressive. Altlova said exactly 82.
Nice.
And iPads 2020 said 81.
A massive shout out to Soranaki, who said 80. The unluckiest person in our chat does it again.
No way.
Hats off.
That is unreal. Soranaki, once again, so close to winning. As always, if you win a ticket today or ever, make sure your whispers are not sent to private so Lime Ricky can get a hold of you and get you your ticket. Congratulations to those of you who were able to climb inside Nick Wealthall's brain and think like he thinks. While you're in there, if you can clean up, and that would be amazing. Take out the garbage. That would be really good too. And with that, we have the most anticipated moment of our show.
Better than 24.
Wow. That's saying a lot. Better than 24. It is the Wheel of Justice, everybody. Are you ready?
If your name's not up there and you want it to be up there next week, you need to spend 4,000 Twitch points during the week, and you must be here in chat to claim a prize if your name comes up. It only lands on people who have been good this week. Let's find who that is. Spin the wheel. I hope it's Soranaki. I just think that would be nice.
It's Soranaki!
No, it isn't.
Oh.
Ex-Merciless, 888.
Look at that.
Congratulations. Are you in the chat? You're a winner if you are.
Yeah, you must be here to win. Soranaki, you were so close. so close. Merciless, are you here? You must be here to get it.
Oh, it's looking bad.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Friend of the chat.
Merciless countdown is on screen. It's my fingers. 5, 4,
Oh,
3,
dear. Slow down.
2,
oh, this is brutal.
1.
Oh, half.
I am Merciless. Respin the wheel.
Oh, dear. No mercy for Merciless. It's Soranaki.
Oh, it's Daniela.
Danielle Lepore. Or Daniel Lepore. Or Daniela Lepore.
Haven't we
Either way.
established it's Daniela? I thought we had.
Have we?
Have we not? Is it Daniel or Daniela? Please tell us because you've won. And you're here. Congratulations. You got a $109 ticket.
Yay! Congratulations. Go, go, go.
It's Daniela, right? Someone tell me if I'm wrong.
Well, we'll find out.
It's important. We need to know our viewers.
We need to know. You're right. You know what? You are right. Well, congratulations, Daniela.
And let's give another one away. Respin the wheel.
Let's do it.
It's Stinky. Smells like victory. Smells like money. Smells like team spirits. I'm out. Are you here, Stinky?
Yeah, that's great. Stinky, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Daniela Port is Daniela. I remembered correctly. Congratulations to you. But where is Stinky? Stinky is so here and so in the winner's circle.
Stinky and Daniela, congratulations. Congratulations to all of you who have $109 tickets. Don't forget, the Global Poker League is starting. Get in on the action over there. All you've got to do is head on over to the 888 Poker Instagram account, click on that link, type in league, and you get all the passwords. It's amazing stuff. Congratulations to our winner, DMG34. That's going to do it for us, guys. For Wendy, for Lime Ricky, and, of course, for Nick Wealthall, I am David Tuckman. Good night.
Good night.